Peace and love and blessings to you. We are here studying the lessons of A Course in Miracles. Thanks for joining me. Today we're on lesson number 248. Whatever suffers is not part of me. I have disowned the truth. Now let me be as faithful in disowning falsity. Whatever suffers is not part of me. What grieves is not myself. What is in pain is but illusion in my mind. What dies was never living in reality and did but mock the truth about myself. Now I disown self-concepts and deceits and lies about the Holy Son of God. Now am I ready to accept him back as God created him and as he is. Father, my ancient love for you returns and lets me love your Son again as well. Now is your love remembered and my own. Now do I understand that they are one. So Ken Wapnick has some really good commentary here on this lesson. And I wanted to share this because I have some friends that are going into surgery and both related to breast cancer. One is a augmentation surgery post lumpectomy, and another is a friend who's going into the lumpectomy tomorrow. And so I have the option of suffering along with or offering a compassionate and loving guidance and support by saying all things are divinely orchestrated. And this is an opportunity, and to see it as a chance to live differently or think differently is a blessing. But there may be some discomfort that comes along with these experiences, and I certainly don't want to downplay that or ignore it or not be sensitive to, you know, the pain, the physical pain that may be felt as a result of going through these kinds of procedures. However, in the long term, I'm going to be speaking about and asking questions like, what is it making you think about? What priorities are changing because of this experience? And how can I help? How can I support you? Things like that. But I just, because of my reading of this lesson today, I'm going to catch myself and not go into overly, empathetic statements or behaviors as I'm supporting my friends while they're going through these experiences. So Ken says, being in pain is the result of the mind's illusion of separation and vulnerability that we project onto the body. The illusion of separation and vulnerability we project onto the body. That's entirely explains any fears associated with getting surgeries or any kind of medical procedures as a result of illness or disease. Thinking that the body is who we are, and then knowing that, well, I've been diagnosed with something, so it's vulnerable, it's sick. All of that just puts you in the ego cycle of fear and anxiety. When we identify with someone else's pain, we do the same thing and thus support another's dream of suffering as we reinforce it in ourselves. This is the unholy instant, the opposite of the holy instant, in which we say there must be another way of looking at this. So I guess that's what I'm saying for myself here is I want to be that voice that says there's another way of looking at this, and really make sure that I'm not being harsh or cold. And that's a tricky place, because what these lessons are telling us is we're not our body and suffering is in the mind. But when someone is literally tending wounds, there's a careful way to do this. And I think this is where our practice goes to like the PhD level. How do you live these principles and speak these principles to someone who is literally in pain? They've just come out of the hospital and are given instructions on how to do wound care, and they're taking pain medicine and all of that. So it's going to be interesting to see how everything unfolds and what happens. because I believe that this is part of the movie of my life and I'm learning something from this. I may not be the one going into the hospital, but I'm certainly closely connected to a few people that are, and I wouldn't have put this in my movie if I wasn't meant to learn something from it. So it's making me remain humble and compassionate, but not overly, indulging in the suffering and the pain, because that means I believe those things are also mine, and I would take them on if I indulge too much in conversations about it and all of that. So I feel like this is a good learning experience for me. If any of you have people that are, ill or needing to get surgery or recovering from surgery, this is a great chance for you to see, how are you reacting? What do you believe about their situation? And are you projecting your own fears about your body's invulnerability and your fear of being in pain? So it's tricky. It's tricky what the ego is going to throw out there for us to get stuck on, and how much faith we have. We'll get to find out. What do we really believe in as these kinds of things unfold in our lives and to our loved ones that we associate with and love and take care of? So I hope you enjoyed that little discussion today. Have a wonderful day, and I'll see you back here again on the next video.